Hi, my name is Mike Silowski. I'm the health promoter and kinesiologist at Access Norwest Co-op Community Health Center. And this is the Hans Kai Exercise Program Development DVD. So what I want you to do in this is to actually follow along with me. I'm going to take you through 4 different types of segments. We're going to do a quick little warm-up. We're going to do the Canadian Diabetes Association Resistance Band Training Program, followed by a resistance or a fat loss program, which is going to be geared towards people without mobility restrictions. So if you have any kind of mobility restrictions, just stick with the Canadian Diabetes Association resistance band training and really get your muscular strength and your mobility up to par. Okay, so after the fat loss, we'll end it with a nice cool down, which will basically just be either walking, nice stretches, and that sort of stuff. So we'll hop into it, follow along as best you can. And again, this is going to be very all-encompassing for all ability levels. All exercises can be modified however you need, or they can be increased in intensity. Try your best. Okay, so for the warm-up, the point of it is basically just to increase your circulation. So this can be done in a number of different ways. If you have a foam roller, you can use a foam roller. If you've never used one, most come with instructions when you actually purchase the foam roller, and that actually helps to increase circulation without being too demanding on the body. Other options is going for a quick little walk. If you have stairs in your apartment or home, go up and down the stairs a few times. A few exercises that are not geared towards actual resistance training, but just moving the joints throughout their range of motion helps lubricate all your joints and makes exercise that much easier and actually more rewarding when you actually do the full program. What we're going to do is we're going to use about 4 different exercises. So we're going to do a little body weight squat. Again, it's just to get a range of motion happening. We'll do a quick little hip flexor stretch. Typically, because most people sit for too long, these muscles here become very, very tight, and they have a huge impact on low back health and your overall well-being. After that, what we're going to do is just a few arm circles. Most people have stability issues in the shoulders and that, so we'll get some circulation happening there. We'll do a quick dislocator exercise that we had seen in the other videos, and from there we can move into the actual diabetes exercise program. Okay, we'll get going with the warm-up. So what you're going to be doing is just some easy body weight squats. So again, put your hands wherever. Try to get about 10 in. As you do it more and more, your joints are going to be lubricating, and it helps break up a lot of that tension. Okay, move into the hip flexor stretch. So again, just back leg back, push forward. You should feel pull right here. And we'll be doing lots of stretching in the actual cool down. Right now, these muscles are always tight. So switch legs. Just holding for a few seconds, but everybody will feel the pull. Good. Okay. Lead into some arm circles. Just start small, up to the sides. You might hear some clicking and grinding in your shoulders. That's normal. Most people's shoulders are a bit stiff. Slowly go a bit wider, bigger circles. Bigger and bigger, and then change direction. Good. Once those are nice and warmed up, what you're going to do is take your resistance band. We're going to do that shoulder dislocator. So if you have a broomstick, use your broomstick. Just take up and over. Try your best not to arch your back too much. But again, you'll feel your shoulders will slowly start to break up. Good chance to start to sweat a little bit, heart rate will increase. It just means that your circulation is kicking in. Perfect. Quick, nice, easy warm-up. If you need a little bit more time, go for a quick little walk, a jog, anything else to get the heart rate going. If you have no mobility issues, a couple jumping jacks, skip, anything that you want. Okay, we're gonna get right into the Canadian Diabetes Association resistance band training. So for this, you're gonna need your chair and you're gonna need your resistance band. Numbers don't matter too much when you're actually doing the program. I just want you to really feel the muscles, but we'll hop into it. We're gonna aim for about 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Grab your resistance band. You're going to be doing exercise number 2, which is the chest. Again, just put it around the back of the backrest. Get your hands ready. And just push straight forward. If you find this exercise too easy, do your push-ups instead. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should feel that burn right in your chest. Move quickly into exercise 3, which is the band pull apart. Arms stay straight the entire time. Pull straight across your chest. Try to hold for a couple seconds before returning back to neutral. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move quickly into the middle back row. So extend your leg out. This is where having a chair without handles is preferable. And just row in. Again, you want to hold these muscles for a couple seconds. So 1, 2, 3. Again, try not to let your elbows flare out too much. Your forearm should pretty much be gliding along your rib cage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. If you're following along, we have a quick little poster here. Next will be the shoulders. So again, these are going to be broken up. You're going to be doing 10 per each side. Stomp on one end. Keep your hand about at shoulder level, and you just push straight up to the air. With these, often people will find a little bit of clicking in the shoulder. It's just the brain trying to figure out which muscles to fire at the right time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just stomp the middle of the band with the other leg now. Repeat. 1, 2. As you're doing this, try not to let your elbow or your hand come too far in front of your body as you do it. Everything should be in line with the shoulders. 8, 9, 10. So now, as we transition to the next shoulder exercise, I would switch back to the other arm that got that quick rest. And what you're going to be doing is the lateral raise. These muscles here like a little bit of a hold as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Next up, we'll go over back to that arm that got that rest, and we'll be doing the bicep curl. So, simply enough, keep your elbow tucked in at your side, and you're just curling your hand up towards your shoulder. Try to keep your wrist as straight as you possibly can. Don't let it arch down. If you're finding that it is arching down, just tie your band a little bit around your hands. You lower down towards the wrist. It'll be easier. 9, 10. Back to the other one. And again, if it's too easy, give yourself a little bit less slack on the side that's actually doing the work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, for this one, I'm going to go to the side, just so you can get a better angle of what we're doing. This will be for the back of the arm. So just take your band in front of the knees, pull straight back. Hold for a couple seconds. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 10. Perfect. Next up, you'll be doing from that video, making your loop, put that around your ankle, and stomp as close to the other foot as you can. Sit back in your chair, you'll just be extending your leg straight out. You should be feeling this in the front of your thigh. 3, 4, 5. Again, the resistance is coming straight down. You're fighting the resistance by kicking your leg straight up into the air. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. Again, make your loop around the ankle and stomp. If you are wearing any kind of shoes with heels, there's a good chance that the band will slip out. So make sure you're putting a lot of pressure on this bottom leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. You can keep your feet like that, or if your leg is tired, you can switch back over, but get behind your chair, stomp down. I want you to keep your knees together and just doing a leg curl. 3, 4. Notice my knee doesn't come forward. It stays locked with the other knee. Should feel all this back here. 8, 9, 10. Good. Flip over to the other leg. Stomp down just as you were before. And continue on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, still staying behind your chair. Switch back over to your other leg that got the rest just now. Stomp down. This time, instead of bending the knees, we're just kicking the leg straight back. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch to the other leg. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, last but not least is your abdominals. Into your chair, I want you to scoot up so your bum is just on the very edge of the chair. Take a deep breath and keep this muscle tight. I want you to keep breathing, keep your abs actually tight, kind of like you're about to be punched in the stomach, and just lean your back backwards, but don't let it touch the actual backrest. Hold for a few seconds. As you get stronger at this exercise, you can hold it for longer. So it's very similar to a plank that's done on the floor. You'll feel all of these muscles start to work. If you notice that you're feeling this in your back, it means that you're not contracting these muscles hard enough. So really stiffen them up, and it'll take that force off of your back. Good. And then lean forward. So that was the entire circuit right there. If you wanted to, you may be finished at this point. If you've been doing this program for a few weeks now, you could do the entire thing all over again, or pick a few select exercises and just do those. It's totally up to you how you do your programs. I would typically recommend not going beyond doing 40 repetitions of each exercise. So as we were doing here, we were doing 10 per exercise. So we could do this in another circuit, or if you wanted to, just do the exercise, do it 10 times, take a rest for about 60 to 90 seconds, and then do it again. If you're feeling frisky, do it again, and then move on to the next exercise. Okay? Next up will be the fat loss circuit. Okay, so as a finisher, what a lot of people will do is they'll do a quick little fat loss circuit. So what we're gonna do, and what I typically would do, is take about 4 exercises that do opposite ends of your body and basically ramp up the intensity. So as a beginner, what I would suggest is to do each exercise for 10 seconds with a 20-second rest in between. As if you've done them for a couple weeks, you can kind of then rebalance it and do 15 seconds of work with 15 seconds of rest. Once you're feeling frisky again, do 20 seconds of work and only 10 seconds of rest. So this will always increase your metabolism more and more. There's a huge demand on your muscles because you'll be going as fast as you possibly can as you do them. Again, it's scalable, as is everything. So it's all about your ability. So somebody that's completely fit can still do this, an Olympian will do this. Somebody that's new to exercise can still do a fat loss circuit. Again, we'll do this at the end of the resistance training that you've just done. Okay, to start us off, we're gonna be doing again the 10 seconds of work with a 20-second rest. So the first exercise will be high knees. Again, it's all varying upon your abilities. So if you want to do it as fast as you can, do it as fast as you can. Following that, we'll do push-ups. So again, 10 seconds, rest 20 seconds, and we'll move into a squat to press. So you'll need your resistance band. And then lastly, we'll finish off with another exercise. Okay? So we'll go high knees. So we'll put 10 seconds on the clock and go. So knees up as high as you possibly can. If you have to slow down, do as best you can. Try your best not to arch your back or lean forward, but keep your intensity up. That's 10 seconds. From there, you're going to move into the push-up position. So this will give you a chance for your heart rate to come back down, because I'll guarantee you after doing those high knees, it will, because mine is. So we'll say that was 20 seconds. Get into your push-up position, and as many as you possibly can in 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Good. 10 seconds. So give yourself now 20 seconds of rest. Grab your resistance band. So what you'll be doing, stomping the middle, we'll be squatting down, and as we come up, we're gonna do a 2-hand press up overhead, okay? So let's say that that was 20 seconds, okay? Now 10 seconds of squat to press. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 seconds. You hear my lungs are going. So lastly, we're gonna do an exercise of your choice, typically something for the back. Since we haven't targeted that yet, I'm gonna choose to do the pull apart. So just as we did in the CDA exercise program, out in front of you, this time you're going for speed. It's 10 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was 10 seconds. Typically from this point now, I would rest about a minute to 2 minutes and then start that all over again. Now, depending on your abilities, you could do as many sets of that as you possibly can. Okay, typically shoot for 4. For this purpose, we're just gonna do the 1 because I'm already tired. Okay, so lastly, you should always finish your exercise programs with a cool down. This will give your body a chance to kind of bring down the metabolism, bring down the heart rate and everything else, and return you back to your normal kind of standard. So for it, you can do multiple things. Going for a nice, easy walk, not a brisk walk, but just something relaxing will help at least keep your joints going while bringing down the heart rate. Other things you can do, stuff like yoga or any type of stretching. So for this one, we'll just do a few different stretches. So back to my favorite is the hip flexor stretch. From all the squats and everything we were doing, there's a good chance these muscles here are quite tight. In this purpose, we'll hold it for, say, 30 seconds. Seems like a long time, but this is part of the cool down now. So 15, and of course, you'll switch over to the other leg. You can add in basically anything that you want. You can make the cool down as long as you want as well. More the better. So switch over to the other leg. Just get another glimpse from a different angle here. And of course, mix and match. If you've learned other stretches that you like, anything from yoga, pigeon pose, you can do anything. Everything can be shifted. Most people complicate exercise. It's not. Just do, if you're moving, you know you're doing exercise. If you're stretching, you're cooling down. Good. Let's kick that out. Now we'll go down onto all fours. And we'll do the cat camel. Typically I tell people not to stretch their lower back, but when you have a support base in the cat camel, you're actually not stressing any of the muscles, but you're helping bring that circulation to all the discs and really helps out your back. And it increases flexibility. A lot of people with mobility issues will find that this is a difficult kind of stretch to do, mostly because their hips are really tied in with their back. So as you do this, try to dip down as low as you can and arch up as high as you can. And you'll feel strains in all different spots of your back. Like I said, no magic number. You could do this for days if you really wanted to. Good. Get back up, loosen up. Now we haven't stretched anything for our chest for a while. So if you want, basically take your forearm, put it up against the wall, and just step forward. You can do this with both arms if you wanted to in a door frame. And again, we're just holding the stretch. You're gonna feel right across the front of your body. If you're somebody that likes to read or knits, plays on their phone or iPad for a long time, you'll find that your shoulders actually will start to roll in. So this is an important stretch to help loosen up those muscles and take a lot of the strain away that happens at the back of your neck. All comes down to the chest stretch. And just breathe naturally. Again, just try to keep your chest as open as you possibly can. It's not uncommon to even feel the stretching up at the top towards your neck and everything. It's a huge, huge muscle right there. Good. Okay, another favorite exercise of mine, stretch I should say, is that shoulder dislocator. So again, a half decent distance. If you have a broomstick, use that. So up and over. Again, try not to arch your lower back or anything else. Just let your shoulders do their thing. Again, the closer that your hands are to each other, the harder the exercise will be. the more benefit you'll get, but it's a gradual thing. So even if you have to be out this wide, that's still going to be good for your shoulders. Shoulders have a lot of mobility. So they're very, very important to keep stretching. And again, breathing naturally. Even my heart rate right now is coming down. Just take solace that you just did an incredibly difficult workout, short amount of time, and you're just rewarding your body, letting the blood kind of flow around through you. Okay, last but not least, just a couple easy breathing techniques. So try your best to keep your tummy tight, and what you're going to be trying to do is flare your ribs outwards. Kind of think of when Donald Duck swallows a dynamite and they explode in Looney Tunes. That's what we're kind of aiming for. A deep breath does not bring your chest up. That means that these muscles here are the ones engaging. We don't want that. That'll give you headaches. So just push in your lower ribs, okay? Tummy tight. And just breathe in and out. In and out. You should be able to see my hands flaring in and out. Try not to get lightheaded. This may be actually challenging for a lot of people if you've been shallow breathing for a long time. Your chest always come up. It's always working at a disadvantage when it comes to bringing in oxygen. So the more oxygen you can get to your muscles, the better they'll recoup. Keep in mind you may get sore, especially if you're brand new to exercise. It's just natural. If you're sore for about 2 weeks, something went wrong. Go see a professional. But again, anybody can do exercise. It's not complicated. You're just taking care of your body. And that's it. Good job. Okay, well done. That was a very good accomplishment right there. An exercise program like that you could do, I would say at least a minimum of 2 times a week. I would generally aim for about 3. It was a full body workout, which means all of your muscles got engaged. I would definitely probably give them a good day's rest in between each one. It's just not overtaxing your body. There's, of course, many different ways that you can actually build programs, but for now, follow along with this DVD. You can interchange different exercises, especially in the fat loss. Like I said, we went lower body to upper body stuff, and just mix and match. As you get more and more accustomed with how your body moves, you'll be able to find those exercises that you like. You can substitute squats for lunges, for instance. Instead of the pull-aparts, you could do rows or something with that Dynaband. So there's always something more that you can do. Always challenge your body. That's what exercise is. It's doing stuff that you can't do, so your body learns how to do it, and then you throw a little bit more towards it. Okay? Thank you very much. Have fun.